This is a giant memo. The cover sheet alone is bigger than the memo because we already knew all this that's in the memo. It just says, hey, the president initiated this. We've got more. That's the big news. We got a lot more. We're ready to release. That's A. A is the president initiated this under the law, and we've got more information. And then B, you guys committed a whole bunch of perjury and a whole bunch of crimes in this thing, and we're ready to fight you. And that's it. All right, Doug Hagman of the Hagman Report, one of our great law enforcement sources on the East Coast with the FBI, the state police, you name it. A guy that's broken so much the big news here is going to be hosting the 4th hour, along with a lot of new clips as the president speaks and other things develop. And we're going to him here in just a few minutes, though. And I do intend this Sunday when I'm back, 4 to 6 p.m., we're going to take phone calls, your response to the memo, all of it. But for me, again, the big takeaway with this whole situation is that the president's saying, I'm ready to release more. We're standing up. We're fighting you. This is criminal. We're exposing what you did. We're calling you out. We're not just going to sit here and lay down and take it. And you perjured yourselves 3 times to get these warrants. And then you targeted people politically. So that's coming up. Also want to play a clip of the president's response earlier, talking about how they should be ashamed of themselves. And the media spins it and says the whole FBI or the whole government. They're the ones saying that. It's Clinton criminal groups like a hijacker of a plane. The average rank and file folks at the FBI are really awake. And I only discovered that in the last decade when I ran into folks and got documents from the FBI and federal marshals and others. I've just found the FBI at the grassroots level to be very, very helpful and anti-New World Order. And it's what William Binney's a big patriot, former head of the NSA. He said, listen, I found the FBI is the scapegoat for all the deep state agencies that use it to hide behind, and then they run around like errand boys. Now, I'm not sitting here defending the FBI and the actions of its history and what it's done. But do you ever hear about the 17 agencies other than maybe the CIA? Or no, you don't. Yeah. It's all FBI when something secret comes out on my show that's ordered by the Army to go grab some witness, and call them into the Army. I mean, the FBI are like errand boys, so they become kind of the scapegoat. Even for the Democrats that are inside, when they get caught committing crimes, they then go, oh, don't attack the FBI. We're the FBI. No, you're not. It's kind of like in Scarface, which is based on a cosmology of true stories. Because the guy that wrote that was, of course, the same guy that made Snowden and all the rest of it. But Oliver Stone, Tony Montana's sitting there with the corrupt cop that's trying to get him assassinated. And he says, get ready, I'm going to kill you. And he goes, you can't kill me, I'm a cop. And he goes, whoever said you was one? And that's what we're coming down to here. Comey's not an FBI agent. Mueller's not an FBI agent. McCabe's not an FBI agent. They're deep state Clinton operatives. Good God, Hillary gave his wife $500,000 cash she kept a couple years ago. I mean, think of what we don't know about, ladies and gentlemen. And I was thinking during the break, what is the most important thing happening right now at this explosively critical point in human history? And I was really thinking about it, and it's this. The corporate media, the collaborator media that works with the multinational corporations that have pretty much conquered this nation, are having their power removed, their monopolistic control. They're still keeping all their stolen wealth. And they're so arrogant and they're so angry, they're putting out the lie, McCain, Comey, Schiff, that this is a nothing burger. This is nothing. This is no big deal. Oh, my gosh. But it does damage our security and let the terrorists attack us. And it's the worst thing ever and the end of our democracy. And Trump's a dictator, blah, blah, blah. Even though federal law, as William Binney just stated, shows that if crimes are committed in the FISA court or in that process, law says it must be declassified. But let's stop right there. The average person will read the nuanced letter by the White House chief lawyer and Chairman Devin Nunes' letter. The trained eye will read it and see something different than what the public sees, but it's all in plain view. Because at this level of fine art, in its vernacular, in its parlance. It is to be done very gently as you slip the knife in between the two vertebrae in the neck. It's done elegantly, not brutishly. And I read this several times now, and it's the letter from the president on the front page that tells you everything. It says, I became aware when I was president through the classified information of your full operations. After all, it's you guys that put this giant spy grid in. You ought to know I have full access to everything. And I contacted the House committee, as I'm supposed to by law, and they got the information. And they concur that there was a criminal operation to overturn my election and fraud and lies, getting the warrants and all the rest of it, which we have the FISA court coming to us in April of last year in a 99-page report and telling us we've been informed by the court. Their prime informant, both in lineage and in importance, the progenitor, is the judiciary alerting the president 2 months after he was in office, January, February, March, April, 3 months, 4 months, in a 99-page report of what happened. Then the classified parts are sent to the House Intelligence Committee. Schiff works around the clock in federal court proceedings to block congressional moves and others to get the Fusion GPS documents that were concocted by the Justice Department, FBI, and the Democratic Party funded Fusion GPS. And then all of the, oh my God, we need the insurance policy. Oh, we can't let him get in. Oh, now that he's getting in, we got to take him out. We got to remove him. All that's already come out. That's all in the text messages. They don't deny it. Schiff denied it 3 weeks ago. Okay, it's all real, but it's nothing. It's a nothing burger. That's their spin now. As if you don't have common sense. It's the end of the world, total martial law, Trump's a dictator, but it's no big deal, and this doesn't show anything. So the big issue here is that they're going to say this is nothing. When the president says, I don't want to release all this information, and I don't want to hurt these agencies, but you're trying to hurt the country and hurt me, and you've lied, and I'm not going to sit here while your main operative that Hillary Clinton ran, Mueller, plays this game, okay? I'm not just going to let you march my son and everybody else off to prison so a bunch of libtards can celebrate it and kill the country's recovery. You people are out of control. Stop. If anything, it's very judicious. It's very measured. It's very, there's a signpost, this way destruction. And Trump's sitting there going, I've been down the road. You don't want to go. You're very close now. Smell the stink of dead political flesh? But you look at that jack-o'-lantern face of Hillary or that nutball freak Comey or any of those lunatic narcissist fruit heads aren't going to stop. So now you've got Russia probe lawyers. Oh, Trump might get indicted. See, before they said, oh, Mr. President, it can never happen. Now his lawyers are, oh, it is coming, Mr. President, because they were always planning this, getting up close to 2018. So here's the big issue. This is a giant memo. The cover sheet alone is bigger than the memo because we already knew all this that's in the memo. It just says, hey, the president initiated this. We've got more. That's the big news. We got a lot more. We're ready to release. That's A. A is the president initiated this under the law, and we've got more information. And then B, you guys committed a whole bunch of perjury and a whole bunch of crimes in this thing, and we're ready to fight you. And that's it. We've got the intel. You know we've got the intel. We got a lot more we're ready to release. You committed a bunch of crimes. We're ready to go after you even more. Just get out of the way and let the country recover. And we're not going to euthanize the veterans. And Hillary and the Democrats at MSNBC and CNN are going, hell no. So, more comes out. You don't run up the white flag, more comes out. And Soros is already having his assets all over the world tied to human smuggling. I mean, he's been caught shipping in hundreds of thousands out of North Africa alone on those Zodiac rubber boats. That's in the news. The Italian Navy just stopped him 2 weeks ago. Think the Italians got a call from somebody? Called NATO? Called Trump? Because the United States is NATO. See, first Trump threatened to cut NATO's funding off to get them under control. Now we're in control again of NATO, not Soros and the EU. And now we're telling Soros, we're taking you down. You know, there's the headline. George Soros linked to funding human trafficking and terrorism. And guess what? Ooh, some stuff's happening to Soros right now. You want to move against Soros? Oh, what's going on? So there is the compendium of Trump. I know I'm the president. I've got you dead to rights. I contacted the House. They concur. I'm ready to give them more information. I'm ready to move. And I'm coming out against you, and you've committed incredible crimes. Their response is Schiff says, I look like a psychotic serial killer with little weird bug eyes, and I'm on a power trip, and I'm going to get you. I'm not going to stop. We're like, okay. Then get ready. Rack them up, Huckleberry. It's all what you asked for. You're in charge of where you're going. Because Trump knows metaphysically he's got to be the good guy. He's got to be taking the high road. He's got to be the one that's defending. So he just keeps giving them chance after chance after chance, and they don't see they're slipping beneath the quicksand.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
Infowars comes to mind.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
There's a lot of controversy around this network about Alex Jones.
Google is being accused of hiding negative stories about Hillary and her campaign by changing its algorithm to bury stories like the Clinton body count story. That's according to website Infowars.
It sounds like it's confirmed there are at least 2 shooters with a fully automatic weapon.
Dr. Martin Luther King has been shot to death in Memphis, Tennessee.
JFK was shot from the back and the front.
It was almost as if it were a planned implosion. It just pancaked.
They took the babies out of incubators and left the children to die on the cold floor.
I think this is a national security imperative. We have clear things that we do not understand how they work, operating in areas that we can't control.
UFOs.
Is this global governance at last? Is it one world? The central bankers in charge?
Israel claims the attack was accidental, but some former U.S. naval officers say it was on purpose. They describe the day's action as part of a continuing cover-up.
Russian intelligence compiled a dossier on Mr. Trump during visits to Moscow.
Russian scum!
Denied everything. He called it all fake news.
And he accused CNN of being fake news.
This is a national emergency.
If they kill Trump or remove Trump, it will cause a massive civil war in this country.
This is a FISA high-level alert.
We are at war with Russia.
Are you aware that Mr. Stone also stated publicly that he was in direct communication with Julian Assange and WikiLeaks?
The White House and the President are citing Infowars.
They could shut us down. You're next.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance. It's Alex Jones.
It's critical to support independent media operations that aren't these internet ghettos like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, like Infowars.com, and to spread the articles and the videos. And it's more critical than ever, too, to wear T-shirts out in public. Depending on how extreme you want to get, wear an Infowars.com shirt. You're going to be loved. You're going to get dinner bought for you. You're going to meet maybe your future spouse 90% of the time. 10% of the time, you may get hot coffee thrown on you and somebody trying to physically attack you. Or wear something like Don't Tread on Me, that is a symbol that other patriots recognize, so you can wear your colors publicly and meet like-minded people. That's what flags are about. That's what symbols are about. Now, I had an idea, because growing up, I loved Book of the Month Club and Comic Book of the Month Club, or Model of the Month Club, where a model would come, you know, of a B-17 or a truck or whatever, and I'd glue it together and paint it and everything. We have a shirt of the month that will be a collector's edition, high-quality shirt that is only available for that month. But these shirts just came in a few days ago. It's a red version of our best-selling yellow version, Won't Tread on Me, with the American flag and Infowars.com. This red version will only be available for the next 25 days or so, because we just got them in a few days ago, and then that's it. And you get 25% off when you order it at InfoWarsStore.com in the shirt of the month. You sign up in that, in the auto ship function, can cancel anytime. It's totally free. And then you get the next shirt every month. You can give it as a gift. You can change the size. And you'll have a wardrobe of Patriot apparel for every occasion. So it's available right now on InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. So again, thank you all for checking out InfoWarsStore.com. You built InfoWars, and we're going to the next level thanks to you.